What is up, my history-loving weirdos? It's your boy Bart back at it again, and guess what? Today we are flipping the script, like literally turning history class upside down. Because what if I told you, okay, that all those dusty old textbooks, the ones that make it seem like dudes were the only ones calling the shots since like the dawn of time? What if I told you they conveniently a few chapters, or like entire volumes? What if I told you there were entire civilizations where women were the leaders, the decision makers, the warriors, and even the gods? Forget what you think you know about ancient history, because today, we're diving into the forgotten world of matriarchal societies. And trust me, it's wilder than fiction. We're talking about places where girl power wasn't just a catchphrase, it was the entire societal structure. So buckle up, buttercups, because your mind is about to be blown. We're going on a whirlwind tour of societies where women weren't just of the story, they the story. We're talking about a world where grandma was the CEO, where goddesses were the main event, and where warrior queens made armies tremble. Intrigued? You should be. Let's go! Alright, first stop on our Sheo World Tour, the Mosuo people of China. Get this, they're chilling by Lugu Lake, which is, like, stunning, by the way. And they're known as China's Kingdom of Women. Yeah, you heard me. Kingdom of Women. Not a Princess Tea Party, honey, we're talking the whole shebang, the real deal, the ultimate matriarchal mic drop. It's like, if your coolest aunt ran an entire country, but like, even cooler because it's a whole culture. So picture this, in Mosuo society there's like, no traditional word for father or husband in the way we think of it. Minds blown, right? Kids are raised in their mother's household, surrounded by their mom, their grandma, their aunts, their uncles on their mom's side. It's all about the maternal line, baby. The men, the biological fathers, they're still around, they're involved, but the main family unit, it's mom's house through and through. It's like a permanent family reunion, but hopefully less awkward. And property? Oh honey, you know it's passed down through the mother's line. Can you imagine? Sorry little bro, this lakeside villa and all its yaks, it's going to your sister, and her daughter, and daughter. It's matrilineal, meaning everything. The name, the land, the legacy, it all flows through the women. It's like the ultimate girl gang inheritance plan, and I am here for it. No fighting over who gets dad's old watch, it's all about mom's ancestral home. Now let's talk about relationships, because this is where it gets juicy. They practice something called walking marriages, or zuhun. Basically, men will visit their lovers at night by, like, walking over to their house, and then they head back to their own mother's home in the morning. There's no cohabitation, no joint bank accounts, no arguing over whose turn it is to do the dishes. It's love, it's companionship, but without all the, think about it. It's like dating, but with like a super respectful overnight pass. And the kids, they belong to the mother's family, period. The father might be involved, might bring gifts, might be a cool uncle figure, but the primary responsibility and lineage, all mom. It's focused on love and affection rather than like societal contracts or economic obligations. Is this the secret to chill relationships? The Mosuo are making me think. And who's running the show, making the big decisions, holding the purse strings? Grandma. Okay, pack your imaginary bags, people, because we're time traveling. That's my time machine sound, work with me. We're heading back to the Bronze Age, like way back, to the island of Crete. And let me tell you, the Minoan civilization, they weren't just surviving, they were thriving. We're talking gorgeous palaces, incredible art, booming trade, and a level of peace that was pretty much unheard of for that era. Seriously, fewer weapons, more pottery. My kind of people. And what was at the heart of this vibrant, artsy, and surprisingly chill society? Well, buckle up, the goddess. Yeah, not a god, the goddess, with a capital G. Female deities were like front and center. We see her everywhere in their art powerful, serene, often flanked by animals, especially snakes. Snake goddesses, you guys, how cool is that? It's like Taylor Swift's Reputation era, but like 3,500 years earlier, and with actual divine power. This wasn't just some background religious thing either. The prominence of the goddess suggests that women in Minoan society weren't just respected, they were central, like the main characters. Historians and archaeologists look at the frescoes, the statues, the symbols, and they see women leading rituals, participating in public life, maybe even holding positions of serious authority. We're talking priestesses, community leaders, maybe even queens calling the shots. Imagine that. While other civilizations were all about warrior kings and dudes with pointy sticks, the Minoans were potentially out here with powerful women steering the ship. Their art shows women dressed in these amazing, elaborate outfits, open bodices, flounced skirts looking fierce and fashionable. They weren't hidden away, they were visible, they were celebrated, they were clearly important. It's like the ancient world's Met Gala, but with more spiritual significance and probably fewer awkward celebrity encounters. Some historians go as far as to say the Minoans might have been a rare example of a truly peaceful, possibly matriarchal, or at least very egalitarian society in the ancient world. Their palaces, like Knossos, weren't heavily fortified like other strongholds of the time. It suggests they weren't super worried about being attacked, or maybe they were just really good at diplomacy, led by these like super diplomatic queens or high priestesses. Alright, let's fast forward a bit and hop across the pond to North America, because what was happening here, long before the US of A was even a twinkle in some dude's eye, is seriously mind-blowing. We're talking about the Haudenosaunee, also known as the Iroquois Confederacy, a powerful alliance of 6 nations, the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, Seneca, and later, the Tuscarora. And guess who had a huge say in how things were run? The women. Forget founding fathers, honey, the Haudenosaunee had clan mothers, to be exact. These weren't just like respected elder women who gave good advice, though I'm sure they did that too. These women were the political backbone of their nations. They held serious, actual, legit power. It's like your mom, aunt, and grandma weren't just in charge of Thanksgiving dinner, they were also in charge of, like, Congress. So, how did this work? Well, for starters, Haudenosaunee society was matrilineal. That means your clan, your identity, your inheritance, it all came from your mother. And the women, they owned the land people, the houses, the fields, the resources. It was all considered to be under the stewardship of the women. Men would often move into their wives' family longhouse. Talk about a power dynamic flip from what many of us are used to. But here's where it gets really good. The clan mothers, they were responsible for selecting the male chiefs, the Hoyane, who would represent their clans and nations at the Grand Council. They chose the leaders. It wasn't about who was the strongest or the loudest dude, it was about character, wisdom, and commitment to the people, as judged by these incredibly influential women. They had the ultimate HR department, and their hiring practices were on point. And get this, if a chief wasn't doing his job right, if he was being a jerk, or corrupt, or just plain incompetent, we've all seen it, the clan mothers had the power to warn him. And if he didn't shape up, they could depose him. Alright, buckle up your armor, because our next stop is the continent of Africa, and let me tell you, power here didn't just whisper, it roared, often in a female voice. We're talking about queens who weren't just figureheads, they were brilliant strategists, fierce warriors, and defenders of their people. Forget damsels in distress, these women the heroes, and they often carried a spear, sometimes literally. First up, let's talk about the absolute legend, Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba, in what is now Angola. This woman was a force. In the 17th century, she faced the onslaught of Portuguese colonizers who were trying to muscle in on her territory and enslave her people. Did she back down? Heck no. Queen Nzinga was a diplomatic genius, a master negotiator, and when diplomacy failed, she was a formidable military leader. She spent decades, literally decades, fighting off the Portuguese. She formed alliances, she led her troops into battle, she even learned the Portuguese language and customs to better understand and outmaneuver her enemies. She was strategic, she was resilient, and she was absolutely relentless in her determination to protect her kingdoms. Talk about a queen who truly served her people. She wasn't just born into royalty, she earned her legendary status through sheer grit and brilliance. And then, hold on to your hats, because we need to talk about the Dahomey Amazons, or the Mino as they called themselves, meaning our mothers. This was an all-female military regiment in the kingdom of Dahomey, modern-day Benin. And when I say military regiment, I mean an elite fighting force that made European invaders literally tremble. These weren't just women who knew how to fight, they were some of the fiercest, most disciplined warriors on the continent. They were rigorously trained, skilled with muskets, machetes, and spears, and known for their incredible bravery and ferocity in battle. They were often the king's personal bodyguards, and played crucial roles in Dahomey's military campaigns from the 17th to the late 19th century. Imagine being an opposing soldier and seeing this army of highly skilled women charging at you. You'd probably just turn around and run. Smart move. These women weren't just soldiers, they held significant social status. They were formally married to the king, though most didn't have children, dedicating themselves to their military roles, which gave them power and influence. So, what have we learned today, my amazing viewers? We've seen that these societies, these incredible matriarchies and woman-led power structures, weren't just some weird, isolated blips on the historical radar. These weren't just anomalies, they were real, thriving systems where women led with wisdom, strength, and vision. From the harmonious Masuo to the artistic Minoans, the democratic Haudenosaunee, and the fierce African queens, women have always been capable of leading, and leading well. But here's the Tea Patriarchy wrote the history books. For centuries, the narratives have been shaped by those who benefited from, well, not having women in charge. So many stories got lost, twisted, or just plain ignored. Now it's time we them, rediscover them, and recenter them. So next time someone says women aren't built to lead, or that this is all some new experiment, tell them about the Mosuo, tell them about Queen Nzinga, tell them about the world. before patriarchy took the pen and tried to edit women out. This is just the tip of the iceberg, you guys. There are so many more stories like this out there, hidden in plain sight. If you want more hidden history, more mind-blowing facts that make you rethink everything, then you know what to do. Like this video, share it with everyone you know who needs a history glow-up, and drop a crown emoji in the comments to let me know you're ready for more. Let's rewrite the narrative one truth at a time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and definitely comment if we should make more of this. Stay curious, stay questioning, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.